Uh, yeah. I said, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast. I know it look a little weird if you're watching on YouTube, and I know that you are. But if I get cute too, what it look like? What it look like? Okay. I know this is a very different look than you're used to. I am on my way out, and I recorded the pod really yesterday. So yes. I forgot to record the intro, so I'm about to look different in a split second. But I just wanted to thank everybody who has been listening and watching now the podcast on YouTube. I am going to go into it a little bit further in the episode towards the end of the episode, but I'm really appreciative of the people who are enjoying the podcast this season with my co-host L-Kwon, who, if you have not caught an episode before, you will be meeting in a moment. You are listening to the third podcast. I'm the host, DAPHYA, and I have a co-host for season 6, and his name is L-Kwon. So today we're going to talk about a few different things. We're obviously going to touch on the whole Diddy stuff that's been going on for a little bit, but we're also going to talk about Baby Reindeer, I believe is the name of the show. I always want to say Reindeer Games, and yeah, L-Kwon corrects me, you'll see. But we're going to talk about, our own personal journeys. We both moved to basically across the continent last year, to different states. He's in Arizona, I'm in California. But we're going to talk a little bit about what we've learned in our journeys and, just have some good dialogue. We want you guys to be involved in the comments, and we're looking forward to hopefully streaming the podcast live and being able to interact with people live and then just post after the fact onto YouTube. But that's in the works. We will absolutely keep you updated and posted. Also, ignore that I don't have one hand of nails done for this whole podcast, including right now, because I'm about to go do that right now because I needed one hand and these nails is a little bit crazy. So, and I do my own nails, so but yeah, enjoy the pod. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the third pod. I am your host, DAPHYA, and this is the co-host for season 6, L-Kwon, with me in the building. What's up?
Mr. Know That, the nobody that you need to know, aka the shirtless entertainer, and nobody has paid me this week, so we still shirtless, baby.
Yeah, he had a shirt on before we started recording, and he took it off just for you guys.
100%. 100%.
Usually it's the opposite.
Can't walk around all day, because I'm not an entertainer all day. You know what I mean? I don't wear my hat as I just walk around in public. I try to be incognito. But when it's time
showing
to turn,
off all the goods for free.
Lights come on, let's get it. Shirt come off.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bert Kreischer. No, you listening.
The Machine, aka The Machine.
I still haven't watched the movie.
I haven't either, and they recommend it to me all the time on Netflix, but I barely watch Netflix, so every time I skip through
I've heard the stand-up. I've heard it several times. I actually got to, he told it. I went to his show in Philly some years ago, and as an encore, he did The Machine.
Yeah,
the whole bit, and that was fire.
I believe it. I mean, on one of the specials on Netflix, because I heard it on one of his specials, but it was just like you're saying, like it was at the end. He was like, "You guys want to hear this stuff?"
Yeah, I was there for that. I was there
Nice.
for that recording. Well, not that one specifically, because there's a joke that he made about having a big dick and being the only person in the room knowing that you have the biggest dick. And then he pointed at me and he says, "You know what I'm talking about." And that didn't make the cut on Netflix. And I was really upset about that because I was sitting like 4 rows back and the only black guy in the crowd, visibly. So, great moment. Unfortunately, did not make it to Netflix. Get him next time.
Yeah. I want to see Dave Chappelle live, man. I remember I told my friend about a Dave Chappelle show, and it was in upstate New York. I was still in Jersey at the time. She ended up going, but I couldn't make it. And then I was so jealous. She said it was great.
Unfortunate. Dave Chappelle was amazing. I saw him in June of last year in Houston, at the Toyota Center. Anderson .Paak opened for him. Cypher Sounds opened for him. Anderson .Paak not telling jokes. He did it.
I didn't think so. At least I hope not.
He did a DJ set and then a drum set or a drummer type ordeal. I don't think he played any of his songs. Oh yes, he did. He played the one. Y'all niggas got me hot.
Wait, did you just hear me when I said hello? Cause my piece
Just
went on
now?
my
No,
earpiece.
I didn't hear
Yeah.
you say hello.
Oh, so it was me. So that's fine. As long as they hear it, I don't care.
Yeah, we round.
And I'll ask you to repeat it if I need it. But yeah, we got this.
Yes,
I
Anderson
see.
.Paak did a DJ set with but he didn't play any of his music if I'm remembering correctly because I remember that being like a point of contest for me. Like yo, like I get it as an entertainer and somebody you don't just only play your shit,
Right.
but if you got a DJ set and you got fire music that makes sense, play the fucking music. But he did. I forgot that he did play. I can't remember what the name of the song is, but it's like y'all niggas got me hot. Can't remember what it's called. Great song though.
Shout
But
out
this is
Anderson
exactly what
Paak.
the
I know
fuck
you
you
listening.
came for.
It's a funky dude right there.
Funky ass dude, Breezy Lovejoy. Have you run into him since you've been out there?
No, no, I haven't. I was gonna say though about Chappelle though that I've seen after the fact he be in LA. I don't know. He don't live here. He lives like in Ohio or something
Yeah,
weird,
he's
right?
from like Canton.
Yeah, but he be in LA a lot because I've seen clips of him out here, and I'm like, why? Damn it, you was here last night. Like I could have been there. Like just little random pop-ups. He'll go and do some spur of the moment shit.
Just like a human being.
Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. That's Dave Chappelle. Acting like he's not Dave Chappelle.
Right. Like he could just walk around.
Yeah. The
Oh.
audacity, bro. Like some people just really don't get
Like
it.
y'all should all be Mariah Carey at that level. In the house, cost you too much money to exit your doorstep, so you don't come
Eminem do it
outside.
too. I wonder why they didn't work out. They seem
Who?
actually similar in that sense. Eminem and Mariah Carey.
They're
Why are
similar
you
in what
so
sense?
obsessed with me? Don't leave the house. I mean, they similar to me too, shit. 'Cause I ain't trying to fuck that.
I was gonna say they
Especially if
couldn't.
I had houses like them. Ugh, I ain't
Yeah.
going. All y'all could come over. All y'all could visit me.
Well, you also have to deal with Nick Cannon and his 97 babies. So,
What they divorced? You don't gotta do none of that.
oh, that's right. You're right. But she's still the most famous mother,
Oh
and
yeah,
she's still
by far.
associated with Nick Cannon.
Yeah, I mean, in my eyes, yeah. I didn't know if anybody would agree, but yeah. So I'm glad. Yeah, I feel
I
that.
don't associate her with nothing but Nick Cannon and Christmas.
Oh no, no, I can't do that to Mariah.
What else
But
she got?
like, I'm just as far as men is Eminem and Nick Cannon because those are the ones that made like big spectacles, publicly. I never
Mhm.
even. Oh, the guy that she first got famous with, too, Tommy Mottola or whatever. I know she dated him. So I think of those three men kind of when I think of Mariah. And
Oh, I mean just in general. Like when if I think of Mariah Carey, that's the
no,
only two things I think about is
no,
Christmas and Nick Cannon.
no. I grew up on Mariah, so yeah, I have
What
a
else she
lot of.
sing besides "Obsessed" and "Have
I
a Holly
mean,
Jolly Christmas"?
the main thing, Daydream. She did that video in Ride Playland, and that's like I grew up going to Ride Playland every summer, multiple
Mm.
times. So like that's the first thing I think of is Playland when I think of Mariah. And then I think of Hero because that was like my mom's well, the first song that my mom introduced me to from Mariah that I would
Who's that?
always try to sing at the top of my lungs. When a hero
Hero
comes
comes
along.
along. Yeah,
Yeah,
got it.
that was my shit. And
And
apparently I sang
I
it
don't
very
even put
badly.
that on her jacket. That's crazy. Like I don't even think of like not that that song ever comes to mind or is ever forefront for me because it doesn't necessarily have a sentimental connection to me.
Hmm.
Um, but like even if I heard it, I wouldn't even be like, oh, that's Mariah Carey. I'm like, oh, this is a good song.
Yeah. I remember growing up and when we gonna talk about Diddy, but when she did Honey and
Hmm.
she came out with Diddy and Mason LOX, I think LOX was in that song too.
You call them LOX, you don't call them the Locks.
Yeah, I say LOX.
That's interesting.
I don't know why. It just always felt right to say LOX. Yeah,
That's interesting. I mean,
LOX.
we can
A
address
deep
the
laugh.
elephant in the room right away if you want to.
Diddy?
Yes,
Yeah. So
Diddy and
that
his
footage dropped on Friday like a fucking Kendrick Lamar diss track.
fact. No good.
No
He's now
correlation with the domestic
none.
violence
This is
there.
yes, completely separate from I mean, yes and no. We don't have any proof of Kendrick,
Hmm.
so
But I
I'm not
feel
going
like
to drag him into that
right,
cuz we have visual proof of brother love
right. Brother Love, that's him, just
whooping the shit
l
out of this woman
loving it up, doing what he
in
do.
in the hallway
I mean,
of a
he never
hotel.
specified when he called himself Brother Love that it was tough love.
This is
Clearly.
fair. Black eyes and all.
Yeah.
Um yeah, he gets no bail from me.
I don't
That
think I even
shit
gotta say nothing.
is egregious. No, yeah, there's really no, that shit is just egregious. The apology statement that his PR team told him to get on camera and do was appalling,
Yeah.
actually.
It wasn't even an apology.
Yeah, like
He
what did
just,
you apologize for? You didn't like I don't
yeah.
even know if you said anything.
He literally just said the words, I'm sorry. And that's just an adjective to describe himself. I did a little short video, reacting to the apology. And he didn't apologize for anything or to anyone. If anything, all he did was ask for God's forgiveness for himself. The most selfish, narcissistic display of all 2024 thus far. Like, it was really a joke.
Well, he's also not allowed to say her name ever.
I heard that, but that doesn't take away anything because he could have said, I apologize to any of the victims because we know it's more than just her.
Ah,
Like, we
see,
could,
now you playing different dangerous law games because I can't say any of the victims because there's no other proof and I stood on the fact that all of these allegations were baseless
right.
in
And
the
then you
beginning.
got proven to be a fucking liar. So I
That
really
one
don't
of
care.
them
But if we want to
was.
play it like that, then we'll say to the victim in the video that you all witnessed.
Yeah.
Like, it don't matter. Either way, you don't just say sorry. Like, for what? Like, I'm just confused.
So that said,
Mhm.
with as powerful and vast of a catalog that man has, more so speaking on the producer side than his music, because I don't think he has any summer or cookout anthems that I'm gonna miss.
Mhm.
But like speaking of, he got work with Mariah Carey. We gotta eliminate all of Biggie Small shit. Mace, Danity Kane, Fifth Harmony.
Wait, you're saying you're not gonna listen to this music
I'm
anymore?
saying, are we still embracing these things? Because that's putting money in his pocket. Are we still That's the question. Are we still embracing these things as cookout season and outside season and playing music amongst everybody season is approaching?
I honestly like the only artist or the first artist that I heard people even mentioning boycotting was R. Kelly when he got,
You was
busted.
around for the Chris Brown boycott.
Mm-mm. Nobody I know ever said they was gonna boycott Chris Brown. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
that was a big thing
That
when it
makes
first
sense though
happened.
because that
Yeah, when
was
it first
a
happened.
bad incident as well.
Um, yeah, people was like, get that shit out of here. We're not listening to that.
Yeah, but I just
And
don't
then
believe
also,
people when they say that, to be honest. Like, I believe that
oh,
some people will follow through and not. Like, I
mhm.
don't be putting no Diddy music for no reason. I mean, oh,
I'm saying it's some slaps in there.
I know. No, one of my favorite songs of all time. I have like this short list of very emotional I don't know if emotional is the right word, but they hit me emotionally for some reason. But I Love You Baby by him and Black Rob is one of my favorite like old school hip hop songs. And that's along with Jay-Z's You Must Love Me, which
Okay.
Jay-Z's about to be the next one to get canceled, but I don't want to have that conversation with you because you're gonna ask for proof and I don't got it.
Nah, I'm not gonna
Um
ask for no proof. I just want to know what's going on. What's
I re
going on with Jay-Z?
I
You
just
just going
watched a
off a
lot
hunch?
of no, I've been watching videos since last year, since Cat
Steady watching
Williams.
documentary vids.
Yeah, right. I saw the Surviving Diddy by I think Tubi did it, the TMZ joint.
There was two versions of it.
Really? I only
Yeah, I
saw
ain't watched
one.
either one of them.
Whatever one was on. Damn, I forgot even what streaming platform I
Yeah.
was on, but yeah, I saw one of those. But really, I've been watching a lot of YouTube, like independent videos for months. So everything that's coming out now is like shit that like is not surprising to me at all. Jaguar Wright is one of the main whistleblowers. Like she's been telling y'all, or the general public about Diddy, Jay-Z, and all these people in the industry and the types of events they have, the underground circuits, and like she been exposed. And now that it's coming out, and like Cat Williams too, he said it on his Club Shay Shay interview. And what's funny is like I mentioned this is right here on the third pod. I said in 2023 that 2024 is going to be the year of exposure. And then I dropped a music video about narcissism on the last day of 2023. And then I was like, I just felt like the floodgates were gonna open. 3 days later, Cat Williams went on Club Shay Shay, and then everything has just been a snowball ever since. It's a nasty industry.
Speaking of Cat, did you watch his new stand up?
I did.
Did you like it?
I did. I liked it. It wasn't my favorite, I must say. But I think partially is because he probably felt a lot of pressure after the Club Shay Shay interview.
Hmm.
What did you think? Did you like it?
It was alright.
See, you're not
Um,
overwhelmed either, huh?
nah. I was. I guess I was whelmed. I was
Just
whelmed.
well, not
Yeah.
overwhelmed, but well.
Not
Yeah, it
underwhelmed.
was.
Not
He's a funny
overwhelmed.
nigga. Like regardless, I love Cat
Yeah, funny
Williams.
dude. I think his interview was more entertaining than his stand up,
Mm.
which is a shame. And I don't know if that speaks more to my consumption of media or the skill level of performance that he delivered.
Well, do you feel that way just about this particular special, or you mean like in general his
Just that.
specials are not
So
as
I
good
don't
as?
know. I don't really watch a lot of people who go on and do the interview thing,
Mm-hmm.
especially from an entertainment standpoint. Like
Right.
if I'm watching somebody do an interview, it's because I want to learn about them, not to be entertained, like more or less.
Yeah.
So like I watch Nardwar interview anybody that I'm interested in
Mm-hmm.
because he's gonna give us some details that I've never heard before and some crazy off the wall. In third grade, you sat next to this person and they took a locket of your hair and here it is, type shit.
Right.
um,
He's an interesting character, I must say.
Nardwar,
Yeah, very fashionable fellow.
love Nardwar. The human serviette. Yeah, he's been doing this since James Brown.
Oops, sorry. I
Like this is
touched the
all he
mic.
does. Hold on, can I hear you now? Can I hear you? Can I hear
Mic
you?
check. 1 2 1 2.
There we go. Yeah, he been around doing this interview shit since James Brown.
He
Looking
interviewed the
goofy.
actual James Brown.
Yeah. Yes, he
Oh,
has
I didn't
Nardwar
even know
versus
that.
James Brown. Like that's how old and long Nardwar has been around
Yeah.
doing this. So like he's very good at doing this.
Uh-huh, yeah. I mean, I've seen him do like more recent celebrities, but I didn't realize that he was like this was actually like when wait, this
Oh
was
yeah.
when James Brown was popping and shit.
Yeah, like
So
doing
it
the
was like a
fucking jig
baby
on
Nardwar with
stage.
it.
With a
That's crazy.
perm, sweating his ass off because all the cocaine in the world is in his system. Yeah,
I had
that
no idea.
energy. And he's been around for that. And he's been doing just this. Like this is all he does is just interview people.
Yeah,
Calls himself the human serviette. Like so good.
yeah.
Whoever's on his team are excellent researchers and no men should date them because I know that they're all women because of the level of skill in which that they can investigate.
Good stuff. Yeah, we do be knowing stuff. Yeah,
We be
like any ladies listening, yeah, need to do some background checks on these fellows. Like if you need to, if you have the slightest inkling, just do a background check. It's online. It's not expensive. It's not free either though. Put a little
what's
bit of
not
money on the
expensive?
table.
We talking 1999?
Nah, like, yeah, yeah, pretty much. They got some for like $20. Put a little bit of money on the table and just ease your mind.
Mm.
And then you could either do what you do or walk away.
What
But
happened when dude give you a fake name though? So like, then what?
that is an automatic walk away. Like, why are you? As soon as you find out the name is fake, you should leave. Like, if you was watching a movie, think about it, and then you saw the girl on the screen, find out it was a fake name, you'd be like, "Nah, get out, leave." Wouldn't you do that? So why wouldn't you do that in your own life? You feel
I don't
me?
know. You know, it depends on how she's being treated.
Yeah, but that's why the background check is important because if you confused at all, there's a problem. That's the advice that I would give people. If you are confused, something ain't right. You're not supposed to walk around life confused in a daze.
Uh,
I've been there, so I can say it.
on that topic, have you seen or on a similar wavelength? Did you watch Baby Reindeer?
No, I heard that's really good though.
Um, it's really jarring. I'll
Mm-hmm.
give it that. It's very entertaining at first,
Mm-hmm.
and then the story takes a very hard left turn.
I was gonna ask you to. Did you see the whole thing already?
Yeah, I watched the whole joint. Yeah, I watched the
Oh,
whole joint.
okay. Describe like the story line, kind of a little bit.
So yeah, I'll kind of give you the overview.
All I know is there's a lawyer who's a stalker or something. That's all I know.
Right. She tells him he's a lawyer.
Oh,
She's a lawyer.
wink,
She
wink.
comes in every day, has no money. He's a bartender. She comes in and sits at the bar and asks for a diet. Now, the first day that she came in, he felt bad for her. That's what he said. Like those his words. She's
Uh-huh.
like this fat, frumpy, uh, old, like classic Melissa McCarthy-esque looking character,
Oh,
kind of disheveled, um, scatterbrain, but
yo, this bitch sound like me. You better stop describing. When you said scatterbrain, I was like, oh shit.
um,
Does she
but
have a
she
happy
tells him.
ending?
So the kicker to this is it's a true story.
Yeah, I heard about some like outside stuff with lawsuits going on and shit
Yeah,
like
and
that.
the dude who's the main star is the guy from the story.
Right, so it's like autobiographical
Yeah, it's
kind of.
autobiographical, which is insane. Uh, to tell his story, I think it's a very powerful story. I think more. I think a lot of men who don't watch it because they're not going to, and they're going to turn it off after a specific point
Hmm.
in the show, if
Why
they
did
even
somebody get
make
their
it
dick
that
chopped off or
far.
something?
I'm not gonna give it away.
Oh shit, I was kidding.
But yeah, so she comes in, she sits down, and she proceeds to stalk him for being nice. He gives her a Coke, a Diet Coke, the first day. He's like, "Oh, it's all me. Don't worry about it." And then he starts to like add it up, like, "Yo, how are you a lawyer? And you come in here, you've been in here every day for the last week. Talk my ear off. You come in, you say you're not gonna stay for a while. You gotta go run to a meeting, and then you sit here for hours until we close. And you don't pay for nothing, you don't buy nothing, and you only drink your one soda." And he was being pleasant. He was just doing his job as a bartender, being nice.
Yeah, that is the job.
um, and somehow she gets his email
Hmm.
and starts harassing him, then follow him. So his coworkers are making fun of him. This is all like first episode too. His
Oh
coworkers
wow.
are making fun of him for like, "Yo, you got a stray." Like, she calls him Baby Reindeer.
Why?
that's the nickname. You find out later. She gives an explanation of it, but that's something for her to take care of and tend to and blah blah blah. That's all she
Okay,
was
so
looking
as far
for.
as he knows, it's just a random
Yeah, it's
weird.
just a nickname. Yep,
Okay.
just a nickname that she chose. He looks like a deer in headlights. Um, but so they're giving him shit about their relationship. He's like, oh, you got your little girlfriend. He's like, oh, fuck you guys. And they do it out in front at the bar. And
Hmm.
he makes a sexual joke, and she goes off the edge, and now immediately becomes a stalker for the rest of eternity.
Wait. He made a sexual joke?
They backed him into a corner as his homies, like chatting it up with her and
Uh-huh.
him. He's behind the bar. They're being dickheads.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, you gonna take her out on a date? You gonna do that? Y'all dating? Yo, what's going on?
Hmm. What's all this?
He's like, can you come? Yeah, I'll hang. Yeah, it was something like hanging her curtains. She needed somebody to come over and hang her curtains.
Oh boy. Uh-huh.
And they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna go over there and hang her curtains. And he's like a struggling comedian. So like
Uh-huh.
he's an aspiring comedian. So like this is attention for him. He feels good about it to an extent,
Mm-hmm.
of receiving attention, but then it starts going crazy. And then he goes home one night and decides to look her up. This is how we got here, background checks. Um, to look her up, only to find out that this is not her first stalking case, and she's been to prison multiple times on different stalking cases.
Wait, so me saying do background checks is what reminds.
Absolutely.
But see, do background checks. So I was right. Go ahead, proceed. I'm sorry.
Men are not paying $20 to do a background check. Worst
Yeah,
thing
I
we
mean,
gonna
yeah,
do,
men are, yeah.
we
I mean,
gonna look at
y'all
we gonna look
more
for you on
safe than
Facebook.
us out here.
We gonna look for you on Facebook. We might try and see if you got Venmo, Cash App, that type shit, PayPal,
What
to
is
get
that
your
for?
full
Why you
government
look?
name. Cause you get your full government name from there. Cause you gonna introduce yourself as, oh, I'm Felicia,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, okay. I don't get a last name. I don't get a middle name. I don't get a none else. It's like, oh, now I gotta figure. But you'll give me your number or you'll give me your Instagram. Cool, got it. Now I gotta go home. I gotta reverse engineer your full name
Reverse engineer is crazy.
from Cash App or PayPal or Venmo because they're all attached to your phone number, and they're attached to your bank. So when you look up a phone number, the name comes up that they have associated with it. And 9 times out of 10, your full name is the name that you have associated with your bank, that you have associated with your electronic funds
I really
depository.
don't think my government name is on any of these things.
Do
And
you?
I introduce myself as the fire. So like if they do what you're
Oh, so
telling
that's a
them
red flag. That's a red
exactly.
flag.
No wonder I'm single. It don't make sense. They all Googling and Venmoing my shit. And they don't trust me.
Yeah, and then they come across the shit. They be like, "Yo, her parents named her DAPHYA." I don't know.
See that is cutting off.
So then they find it and be like, "Yo, her parents named her DAPHYA." I don't
Ah,
know, bro.
oh shit. Yo, this shit straight up started popping in my ear.
Oh,
God don't want me to hear this joke. What is it? That was some wild shit.
I've had that happen with earbuds before.
Like firecrackers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, this shit is making me tight though. Now I still don't know. I'm sorry. They gonna have to hear the joke 3 times because I want to hear the
I mean,
joke.
listen, it's whatever. No, so it's like they go in and you're like, oh yeah, DAPHYA. Okay, they go and look it up. And then it's like it dawns. I'm like, yo, oh, her real name is DAPHYA. Her parents named her DAPHYA.
Oh, it
I
don't
don't
add
know. I
up.
might gotta get out of there. Might
I
gotta
don't I
go.
don't ever like say it's my government name though, but I don't explain it until later either. You know what I mean? Like I
Hmm.
just because it's like no need. It's just the fire. You call me, I'll turn around. That's all you need it for. Shit.
I mean, I'm the same way. I can't say nothing about it because I use Quan. for everything that's not government related,
Mhm. Yeah,
or
same.
like pay stubs and shit like that. It's the real name. It's the government registered on my birth certificate and driver's license and state ID name. Just slightly different.
I'm tr-
If you know, you know. Shout out to you who do. Those of you who do know.
all right. Mic check.
Yep, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. I didn't for
Perfect.
a little bit. I just moved the wire, so hopefully that fixes the fucking problem. But yeah, so yeah, I had some similarities, but then yeah, you know, that's not me. Whew, that was a close one. But I'm
Yeah,
glad
no,
we
not you.
found some mystery.
Definitely not you. And then he like ends up dating a transgender woman,
Oh, good for him.
and like it progresses into like that the fucking crazy stalker psycho bitch fights her like it's a lot. It's a lot, and that's the first 3 episodes.
It moves fast. Yeah, because I didn't see
Yeah,
that coming.
yeah,
Shout out
it's a
all our
lot.
transgender listeners. Please don't take my shock the wrong way. It's just that that took a way left turn from where I thought it was
So
going.
it just kept going left. Like the shit was a NASCAR race. The fucking plot was just like left,
I
left,
love stuff
left.
like that though.
I I I like it, but at some point we gotta stop with the outrageousness. But
I
this
agree with
being
that
a,
too.
but this being a true story is like, is he really just taking lefts to be outrageous, or is he really telling the story? And if the story went like this, bro, you need to seek a lot of help.
Mm.
And I don't know how you were able to write and act this out because
I mean,
it's.
according to her, it is not the real story.
I mean, based on how she's depicted in the story, that's exactly what she would say.
Yeah.
Like plays into the character wholeheartedly, and she like can't spell. So one of the big things that was a
Like she's illiterate?
no. So she can't like she just typo like so the messages that she sends to him are all baby reindeer, comma, they're like paragraphs in text that she sends to him, and they're all like vastly misspelled and egregiously
But she's
hard
a
to
lawyer.
read. Right, but you're a lawyer. And I'm basically giving the whole thing away. I should have said spoiler alert some time ago. Um and she's sending an email, right?
hmm
And it's coming, and at the end of every email, she says sent from an iPhone or sent
Okay.
using iPhone, whatever the tag. But she types that in on her laptop
Oh,
as she's sending the email on every email. She sends him like 1,900
poser.
emails a day. 1,900 emails a day. It's craziness.
Uh-huh. So was she typing this to seem like I'm a busy woman lawyer on the go? And I
No, she's
mean,
like telling him to come eat her box and shit, and like all the like crazy, like just no, nothing
I
that
ain't
has
mad
to
at
do with
that.
anything.
Look at that. We got more in common again. Here we go.
Um,
And I'm back.
and trying to like entertain and give him hope and courage to do what he's doing and blah 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 blah.
That's nice.
There's a lot.
Also sounds
It's
like me. I
there's
try to
so
motivate my
much.
man.
Listen, there's so much manipulation in this story,
hmm
which is why Baby Reindeer is extremely appropriate for what it's called and him being referred to as such. He was just fumbling his way around trying to figure it out.
hmm
Um, episode 4 is where most people will turn it off. I almost did, but there's only 3 episodes after that I needed to
You're like,
see
I made it this far.
how it played out. It's the hardest left. Um, it's not mutilation, but it is essay,
Mm.
and it is man to man,
hmm
and it is graphic.
Oh, they went there.
Yeah, like lot to digest. And in that moment, like for the rest of the episode, like it's just like there's a heaviness trying to get through it. So you want to turn it off like immediately.
Mm.
Um, and so he's juggling this stalker who is almost giving him Munchausen syndrome,
Mm-hmm.
for showing attention and caring, his transgender girlfriend, and this director who raped him repeatedly
Man, this
with
guy was
the
popular.
with the
Everybody wanted a
cell
piece of this guy,
with the
in good
cell
and bad
of
ways.
you're gonna be successful and we're gonna put you in the show and blah 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 blah. And he just is like telling us like this. That's why I say it's a good piece for people to watch, especially for men to watch, because the message is you shouldn't be afraid to speak up. It does happen to men as well.
Yeah,
All of the above, having a stalker, being
right.
sexually abused, it does happen, and it should be taken seriously. And you should take it seriously yourself. Because he goes to the police at one point, and the cops is like, "Why did you wait so long? You know, to
Mm-hmm.
come say something?"
Right.
And he's like, "I don't know. I kind of just like felt bad for her." It's like the manipulation is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Because she's doing, all of that is manufactured. But nonetheless, extremely good first 3 episodes. Very funny. And then very not funny for like the rest of
Damn.
it. but worth the watch.
They even took an emotional turn,
Like
not just a plot
like
twist.
just like full on.
I'm gonna check it out though. I've only heard entertaining things. I won't say
Yeah.
good things.
Not
No.
necessarily good
Yeah.
things, but it's definitely entertaining, worth the watch.
Yeah, what I did watch was the Ashley Madison documentary. Did you happen to see
I did
that?
not get to it yet. I have been meaning to.
I just saw it.
I mean, I'm not in a rush because I'm familiar with it.
hmm
Not that I'm on
I
it, or
I
nor
knew
have
what
I
it
ever been
was,
on
like
it.
the site, but
Yeah, I knew how deep it was. Like I remember when it was happening, and like that kind of stuff always has interested me.
hmm
Um, so I've peaked on the site. Like I've never had an account on that.
Well, you're not married. You're not allowed.
See, that's the thing.
Misconception.
Um, no, as a matter, it's for cheating married people,
hmm
but it's not only to cheat with other married people. It's for finding an affair.
Right.
Whichever your affair doesn't necessarily have to be with same way, what I mean, you sign up for whatever dating app.
They definitely made it sound like it was a two-way cheating street, though.
It is. I mean,
Especially
it
with
made
the
it easy to do
marketing.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, monogamy sucks. Cheap.
I I mean, I wasn't like elated by this documentary. It wasn't mind-blowing by any means, in my opinion. It was pretty much exactly what you expected. The data breach ruined a couple lives,
Hmm.
and they pushed through and they exist to this day.
That's it.
Yeah.
You just a
It's a
freaky
bump in
ass
the
nigga.
road for them.
You just a freaky ass nigga. 69 God.
Yep, pretty much. The fucked up part is that like they made people pay an extra $20 when they closed their accounts so that they would delete all the information, and then when the breach happened, they found out, oh, they didn't delete shit. So they just got like mad free money from everybody.
Scammed. Hey,
Yeah,
you fell
straight
for the
scam.
banana in the tailpipe. That's on you. Why you
Banana
think
in the
anything
tailpipe
on the
straight. I'll
internet
never
is
forget
not
when
gonna
Royce the
exist?
5'9" said that.
Everything on the internet is gonna exist in perpetuity. Period. I don't care
Mhm.
what nobody tell you. It's gonna be there. If you put it on the internet, it's there. Somebody can find it for the rest of human existence,
I
or
just
the
said
rest of
that
the
in the
existence
recent
of
video
human.
where I reacted to Diddy's apology. I don't know how I went on a tangent, but I ended up saying that. I don't know how it related. But I was like, random gem, because I realized that I kind of veered off. I was like, fuck it, y'all could keep that. But it's true. It stays there forever no matter what. Like, and people just don't ever. Oh, it was because I was saying he should have did a better apology video.
Yeah, because that's gonna be there.
Yeah.
And you also don't send your son on a dummy mission to crash out.
Well, what you mean? Are
Have
you
you
talking about
heard
the
the diss
diss track?
song to 50 Cent? Yeah.
You think Diddy sent him?
I think that Diddy should have said not to do that.
You think he consulted with him though? I really don't. I don't know. I don't really. I never thought about it, to be honest.
And in the song, he talks about the feds raiding the wrong house because they bought and owned the house next door.
Yeah, I. That's why I would
So,
think he didn't consult with him. I'll be like, what the fuck?
the
You shut the
fuck
fuck
is
up.
fuck is wrong with you? Yo,
Go to
how
your
old you
fucking
gotta
room
be?
right now.
um, no, I don't think that he consulted with his father, but I think it's his father's duty to regulate every piece of information and content and media that is coming from anybody who's in close proximity to this case.
Oh, you mean like the way he regulated Cassie's whole life?
Exactly. Just like that. Go upside their head.
He definitely had the power to do so.
Oh yeah, that's your fucking son.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mean that. I don't mean that in a like. I don't mean this that's coming in a disrespectful way. But put your hands on your grown ass son. Like, that's a grown man, and that's your son. Beat his ass.
I don't agree with beating anyone, but I okay.
Whoop his ass. For that, he deserve an ass whooping. That's a snitch. Like, that's a snitch move on record. You deserve your ass beat.
I did feel it was kind of snitchy, to be honest. And
On
you know,
yourself.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was gonna say snitchy, because a lot of people misconstrue. This is another thing I want to say to the masses, everybody listening. Please understand that standing up for something that's right or speaking up about something that you see that's wrong is not snitching. Protecting an innocent person who's being wrong is not snitching. If you are involved in activities and then all of a sudden 6 months later you decide to reform your life and become a pastor and then start telling all the dirty shit that your friend is still doing, but you was doing it with him 6 months ago, that's snitching. It's
Yes.
there. And there have been talks that Diddy's sons have been involved in all of the shit going on. Again, I don't have no proof. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly.
Oh, I'm not even fighting you on no allegedly there. Fuck that. That nigga's stupid. Like that. It's like there's no way that he's not rolling with it. And I won't say I blame him, because the same way that these young women have been groomed, this young man has been groomed to follow his father since his birth.
Agreed. He created a monster. He created a Diddy Jr. And it's not just him. There's another one too. It's two of his sons, I
Yeah, it's
believe,
two
that
of
were
them.
heavily involved.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna make a
again,
Mace joke
allegedly.
because you was making a 6 months go away and tell on him.
Oh,
Find
the
God and
pastor.
then start
Yeah,
talking.
yeah. Shine like
Sean
denounced Diddy
condemned him.
now. Yeah. I mean, but okay.
Hold on. No. Don't. You can't. This is not the place for I mean, but okay, and then we move on. That's not.
Because we recently brought up Shine because he wanted to leave the stuff behind. Like he straight up said that, like that's my past. I want to leave that in the past.
Right.
But he didn't like speak ill of Diddy at that point. But he didn't prop him up either. So it's just like,
Right.
okay, you already removed yourself. So like I took that as him removing himself from everything back then. So that's why I'm like, I didn't need to hear from Shine again.
That's true. But I mean, they're gonna ask about it anytime that he pop up.
Did you need to hear from Cameron when he did that stupid ass interview?
Wait, why was that a stupid ass interview? That was a great
Yo,
interview. That
you're
was peak
bugging.
Cameron.
That was disrespectful, and he should have just not did the interview. As soon as he took a sip of whatever the fuck that little pink Viagra shit was.
All right, hold on. We gonna put some respect on what we talking about here. Cam, I'm giving you the free promotion right now.
Yeah.
It is called.
Oh
And I
boy.
quote, 'cause I had it pulled up somewhere.
Oh, I'm glad you can't find it then. Plug that shit. That shit was disrespectful. That poor woman, that poor newscaster lady
No,
looked
what? Whoa, hold
like
on.
she wanted to smack the shit out Cam. And I was so justified for feeling that way.
Pink Power Horse is what it's called. Um, Sexual enhancement supplement. Because he was going to go get some cheeks after this, which I found to be hilarious. I don't think. So, yes, he shouldn't have took the interview, right? Cool. Shouldn't have took the interview. But I'm getting some money. And if
It
the
was
talent agent.
corny though. The way he did it was so like, even as soon as he took the sip, I was like, he's selling that. I bet he's selling that. That's
That's
something
his
he
shit.
sells.
Oh, yeah, it's his shit. We've known that
I
that's
know
him.
it. And then he kept going, and then he was like, maybe I'll mention it on my show on YouTube. I'm starting the series, blah. And I was like,
Right.
it was so corny. Like that shit was not it. I'm sorry. I didn't find it funny at all.
Why did Cameron need to be talked to by
Um,
CNN?
just
That's
because they
that's the
know
thing.
he was
That's
initially close to Diddy back when he did like Horse and Carriage and stuff. He was like Mace's bestie or whatever.
but
I'm
that's
assuming.
I'm cool with Mace. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no reason CNN doesn't need me. That means CNN is grasping for straws to find something that's gonna be entertaining.
Yeah, I heard they
CNN
wanted
has,
Mace, but they knew they couldn't get him or something.
I think CNN has had Cam on many a time before,
Hmm.
acting niggerish as hell.
Oh, that's his thing.
That's his stick on CNN. So like that's why it was funny. It was like, yo, Cam is on CNN. They brought him back on CNN again.
Yeah.
And it, to me,
Have to
visibly,
see?
you can tell it's like, yo, I don't want to talk about none of this shit. I have no desire to talk about anything Diddy related. You can hear that in his answers.
That's
But
assumption though. That would be.
he said that's almost a verbatim quote.
I would just answer the question. I don't feel comfortable addressing this Diddy information. Like, say it with your chest, like a man.
He said, yo, I don't know that nigga. I don't know what he do. I wasn't I'm not with the party. Nah. I condemn all sexual assault. DV. He did that. Like that piece of it was done. Yo,
Yeah,
I don't
that was
want to
after
talk about Diddy
the joke.
in the beginning. I don't want to talk about Diddy. That shit was egregious. What we saw was egregious. No man should do that. Boom. That was how he answered it the first time.
So that was before he took the sip then.
Yeah, that's way
Oh,
before
see, the
he
clip
do all
I
that shit.
saw
Start acting like a nigga.
on
No,
Instagram.
like
You know how they always put the.
Yeah. No, I watched the whole joint. They got him on there. It's 8 p.m. in Las Vegas, mind you, Friday night. He's a podcast host, entertainer, night, you know what I mean, in Vegas.
Yeah.
His manager just hit him like, yo, CNN wants you on. They ain't say nothing. They just want you on the joint. I bet. I'll do it. You know,
That's a good Cam voice. I love impersonations. And that was such a surprise. I didn't see it coming.
It's not a polished one, but it's there. So he goes up, and that's how he initially presented it. Cause she get right to it. Oh, we have Cameron, a former associate with P. Diddy. He's like, whoa, I don't know that nigga like that. Like, he was doing this thing. We was moving around and shaking in the same, you know what I mean, the same industry, but I was really close with Mace. And, you know.
I would have been like that, too. I would have been like, hold up. Whoa, yeah, that's
like you ambushed me with that, and I'm getting ready. I'm pre-gaming, ready to go get some cheeks, bro. Like I'm telling you, like,
bro, that shit fake though. He came with the bottle on purpose for the. Nah, I'm not.
But he also always probably ready. It's 8 p.m. Friday night in Las Vegas.
Okay.
I'm ready to get some cheeks before we go outside.
Yeah.
But I got to do this little quick TV spot. 7 minutes. I'll be right back. So you go in there, then they bombard you with questions. Hey, this man is a violent offender. We just found the video. What do you think? Y'all don't want to
Mm.
talk about none of that shit. I don't know that nigga. I condemn all men who put their hands on women, all domestic abuse, violence, rape, all that sex trafficking. We don't bang with none of that. I'm not
Yeah.
here for that, and I don't want to talk about Diddy
Hmm.
because I don't really know him like that. I'm
I
not the
think
one that you need
taking
to
the
talk to.
interview, he knew what they wanted to talk about, though, is what I'm saying.
I
And I think he
understand.
went in with the intention, I'm gonna just plug my shit, which
Yeah,
is like,
cause
I
fuck that.
get
I'm
it.
not talking about Diddy. Like I've decided that this is why y'all want me here. Cool, but y'all want me here, and y'all gonna pay me. So I'm gonna collect this bag right quick, and I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I feel like. And since
Mhm.
y'all not gonna give me no promotion, and anytime that you bring anybody up here who's not a politician, when you get on front of the camera in front of an audience that is not your regular audience, the first thing that you're supposed to do is sell some shit.
Mhm.
So I answered your question. Then you kept pestering me about what's my relationship with him. Yo, he was like, yo, I'm cool. I was cool with Mace and Big.
Mhm.
We ain't really had that much because Mace brought me to Biggie as opposed to, and she was like, oh, well, why did it? Fam, I don't know nothing about that.
Mhm. I
And
just
then
think it
he
was
proceeded to go
distasteful
into the,
too.
you know, taking his supplements.
Yeah. I just think it was distasteful because of the subject matter too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you, whether you want to talk about it or not, the subject at hand is brutal domestic violence. It's not regular domestic violence either. It's not, like a boyfriend and girlfriend smacking each other on the train, like, you would just see in New York on a regular Saturday. This was crazy. Like, this was on some like Ike Tina Turner movie shit that we never
Mm-hmm.
got to see in actuality. And we're seeing the actual, you know, celebrities, people we put on a pedestal doing this heinous shit. So it's like it's a big deal. So I
Mm-hmm.
just felt like it was super disrespectful to go promoting yourself because I don't think this is a time to be selfish. Like, I couldn't imagine myself doing anything like that. But then again, I'm not Cameron, obviously.
And you gonna pass on that bag. That's all it is. Like that's what it comes down to for me. The
I think if I
appearances.
was Cameron, I would have passed on the bag, though. That's what I'm saying. If I
Oh
was me, I
nah.
wouldn't pass on. I'll take your bag, and I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna defend, the right side, and I'm gonna speak on what needs to be spoken on. But that's me.
But
That's me
that's what
as the
they want.
five.
Right. That's what they wanted.
Right.
I'm talking about taking the bag knowing that you have no intention on providing them the thing that they're giving you the bag for.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna come here. I'm taking your spot. Thank you for my paid promotion. Now the product is the timing is insensitive. Now that you say that, like it
Yeah.
wasn't even like that wasn't even clicking to me until you said it.
Yeah.
Because like, okay, yeah, we're talking about sexual assault,
Yeah.
domestic abuse.
Literally the
Well,
night before was one of those freak offs, and he had like already punched her in the face. That's why she was trying to escape
yeah,
or
she was trying to
whatever.
escape. That's the one that's
Yeah.
detailed in detail in the lawsuit.
That was crazy too. How it was written exactly the way you saw it was fucking nuts too.
Which leads me to the question: do you think they had the video before?
Yeah. She
You think
told she
Pat?
mentions the video in the disposition when she
I
sued
didn't.
him.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. So she knew the video existed too, but Diddy paid $50,000 to the
Right, to get
hotel
it
to get
squashed. Right.
right.
No, I'm saying, do you think she had the video, like
Oh, in her possession?
in her possession?
That I'm not sure of because I do remember her mentioning that she had certain videos on her phone, and
Hmm.
when she would try to delete them, he would stop her, and it would start a fight or whatever the case may be. So it's possible, but I can't. It's so traumatizing. I can't see her keeping that. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. That's a good question. I don't know who had it. I don't know who. They think DJ Academics. He got a case too now.
Yes, he do. He said he's taking everybody down with him.
And no, and then the next day this shit dropped. They said academically differently.
Hey, he said y'all better leave me alone.
Yeah.
He said I ain't do nothing to that girl. Y'all better treat me as such. If not, I'm taking every one of y'all niggas down with me.
That's but that's what I mean. Like, I'm glad there's this light being shined on like the assailants and the people who help these nasty people, because if you had all this evidence or whatever the fuck act claims he got to bring everybody down. Why are you holding on to that shit until you're in trouble, until you need to be cleared, until you're in hot water? Like, that's nasty. They're all fucking nasty.
I have a question for you.
Oh boy. And I said I wasn't gonna get loud. Okay, go ahead.
Do you have car insurance?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you know why you have car insurance, right?
Just to freaking drive around with it. I was getting a heart attack because I didn't have car insurance for like 4 months last year. It was very bad. It was very stressful for me.
DAPHYA, Miss Goody Two Shoes.
Yeah.
You have insurance in case shit go left. You cover your own ass.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. That is what keeping all of this is for.
I would save way more money paying out of pocket because I've never been in an accident before last year in my life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, insurance is a crock of shit. It's a big scam, all the way around. Every type of insurance. Like, there's not one.
I have all of it too.
Scam.
I even got renter's insurance now here in LA. I was like, fuck that. I don't live in the best neighborhood. I'm by myself. Give me that renter's insurance too.
All of it is a fucking crock of shit.
Yeah.
Because
makes me kind of feel like I'm balling though.
The one that I hate the most is phone. Hate
phone insurance?
Yes. Because by the time you pay for I break phones. I don't. Like, I break phones all the time.
I used to get it. I don't know why I stopped though. That's weird. Like, now that you mention it, I don't ever get it anymore.
Why would you pay it? So, all right, cool. You got to pay your premium every month towards a price, right? And then if you break the phone or the phone got to be replaced, you still got to pay a $350 deductible. So at that point, I might as well buy a new fucking phone. Like,
yeah, when you do the math don't be mathing sometimes.
It don't matter for no insurance, not any type of insurance.
I was gonna say even medical, like, should be wild. Mine actually like fucking panned out because like I ended up having crazy. I had heart surgery last year. That shit was like over $300,000. I didn't pay a penny. Insane. So I like on that front, I was like, ooh, okay, glad I had insurance.
Right, and that's how they get you, right? Yeah. Because one of them works and it makes sense. One time you needed it and it worked.
Fucking jackpot moment.
Exactly. And they're like, and on the insurance side, they're like, oh yeah, we calculated for this. You know, 1 out of every 732 people is actually going to have a claim and file it through and need all of the money that their insurance policy that we've collected towards their insurance policy. Yeah. So we can eat that bullet.
I never understood why it's mandatory though. Like, you should have the option to get insurance. You shouldn't be made to have.
That's why it's a scam.
Yeah.
That's why it's a scam. Because yeah, you should. If I can't, but the problem is we solicit legal services. We are one of the few places on the planet where legal services has commercials.
Wait, what do you mean?
People are sue happy, right? They don't take responsibility. What should happen if we get in an accident? We should be able to come to terms and say, that was my fault, my bad. Let me help. Let me cover the damages. If we as humans were able to do that, then we wouldn't need insurance. And then all the price of things would go down because we wouldn't use them as much, and insurance wouldn't be paying them because they're partners and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Where was I going with that?
People suck. That's all I'm on right now.
No, yeah. So if we had it together, we would just take care of the things, and we wouldn't need a company, a third party, to come in and say, "Hey, we're saving money just in case something happens for you or on your behalf." If you're an intelligent human being, you can put money to the side for whatever it is that that you anticipate.
Yeah.
But that's why people like some people I know, I won't say anybody's names or their relation to me, or how they may have birthed me.
I was like, you saying a lot by not saying a lot right now.
Somebody may or may not. I'm
gonna tell you they got blonde hair and green eyes and go to Rutgers. I'm not gonna tell you that. Like, hold up.
They may or may not have, not played the system, but manipulated the system the way that they needed to be. So you get medical insurance, And your medical insurance, you have a deductible that you have to pay up to. And then everything after that, medically covered under the policy, is covered by them.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? You wait till your very last day, or your very last amount of time for with recovery calculated, and you start doing all of the surgeries in 1 year simultaneously,
Mm.
and you get everything that you need done medically in 1 year, and then you cancel your insurance after it's paid.
I think we just gave a master class of some
I,
sort.
I don't know what you're talking about as a hypothetical.
Right, right, right.
As a theory, I don't know if it works in practicum. But I will say, if you were to exercise this theory, um, be prepared to rest a lot, depending on what the procedures are. But get your eyes done. Make sure your lungs are straight. Um, Men and women of certain age, your breasts are good. Men and women of certain age, your knees, all of the things. If you have it through your, figure out what is potentially going to come up, and then try and stack them up, and then run them all out in a year, so that your insurance has to cover all that shit.
Word,
You
God
pay whatever
bless.
the max deductible is.
You
Eh,
mentioned make sure your lungs are right, and yesterday, uh, made another month. It's a total of, I think I'm at 19 months smoke free, but it was also my grandfather's birthday. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So it was an emotional one because he actually had open heart surgery in his 40s and quit smoking cold turkey once he had that. They actually had to remove veins from his legs to put them into his heart. And this was back in probably the 60s that he had the surgery, and it was successful. He lived up to 98. So, yeah, it was an emotional day.
Yeah, that's understand. And congratulations.
Yeah, and he knew I smoked and he always wanted me to quit. He was like, "I did it cold turkey." And the way I ended up quitting was cold turkey. And but he never got to see it. He would have been proud, you know.
He's proud.
Yeah. Yeah. He's watching, I know.
You said 19 months.
Yeah. I counted like babies because it sound better. It sound like a lot.
19 months is a long time, and I was like,
Yeah, once I
oh
got
my
to 12, I was like a year. And then I was like, I'm not gonna say a year and 1 month. No, I'm gonna keep doing these months like I had a newborn. Fuck that.
I heard that. New life. It's new
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Um, Speaking of, I just passed my year anniversary of my move out here to Tucson,
Mm.
and that made me think you only left not too long before me,
Yeah, just a couple months
to come
before
out
you.
to LA. What have you learned? What has changed? How do you feel? What's going on? Let us know. Give us a year and some change update. I guess 19, no, 19 is like a year and a half. Does
Yeah.
that mark? Is that on similar,
Uh,
the when you left and when you stopped smoking?
yeah, over a year and a half. I'm probably like under because I stopped in September of 2022. So I
Okay,
stopped months before I even moved to LA. But
got you.
yeah, my math might be off because them
No, that's
baby
what I was
months
saying. Do
get
they
long. But
correlate? That's all I was saying. Do they correlate
no,
the
I stopped
move and
before.
okay?
Yeah. But I mean, I kind of touched on it in one of my last episodes of the pod before this season.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of, spoke on some things. I learned a lot. I went through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
When I first moved to LA, I tried to document as much as possible. And then life, happened. And then I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Like, let me just get through this. And I always talk about the lows because everybody likes to go on social media and just post about the highs. And it's like, I get it, but that's just never been me or my MO. I'm 100% human. I'm 100%, trying just as hard as the next person to get through this thing called life. And sometimes shit don't go your way. So I think the main thing that I learned was more like social because the culture's so different out here. Like you mentioned, I think it was just the last episode where you said like New York people are nice, but they're not
Nice, but not
friendly.
friendly. Right.
Yeah. So that was probably like the biggest lesson was just accepting that friendliness, but accepting it for what it is, simply friendliness.
Being friendly,
Yeah.
not nice.
Yeah. Cause I came to LA like I'm gonna make friends, like mad naive, just big sunshine in the building. And
Mm.
that's really who I am. Like I genuinely want to love people, but when people don't love you back, you can't just keep loving them. You know what I'm saying?
You get jaded.
Yeah.
You
I'm
turn it.
I'm trying. I don't ever want to get there, but
You.
I understand how people get jaded. I
I
definitely could
literally
see
was
that.
just about to say you turn into me.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
um,
you're already there, you're
oh
saying?
yeah, 100%, 100%. I've been there and then was brought back.
Uh-huh.
Um, I'm somewhere in between right now, just given circumstance. But a lot of it wasn't like the friendliness aspect was never it. It was more I was trying to be a rapper, and if what the attention you were giving me wasn't towards that, I wasn't happy about it. That's what I was asking for. That's what I wanted y'all to participate in. That's what it is. And every time that I see people, it was like, "Oh yeah, I love you. You're so great. You're gonna make it." And it was like, "Come to a show," and it was like, "Yeah, we will definitely at some point." And
In life.
15 years later, I still haven't seen these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Um, so that jaded me more than anything because I never really put a huge emphasis on relationships,
Mhm.
not just romantic, but just relationships with people. Period. It was never my thing. Like I was more goal driven, like tangible, objective shit.
Yeah. I relate.
Yeah. So that was so when I was going into the realm of I want to do the people thing and I want
Yeah.
y'all to help me and y'all keep saying y'all want to help me, but when it comes time to do the thing,
Yeah, you see, I
it's
was new to that. That's where I was stepping into when I moved to LA. I was like, I'm gonna try not to simply always be this lone wolf, do it yourself. Like literally, my mixtape 2011, my first like complete mixtape, because I dropped one
mm-hmm,
before that, but it was kind of an accident, long story. But it was called Do It Yourself, and I'm just like three of me and in the artwork and the
mm-hmm,
cover, just doing everything, recording, mixing, putting my money away, like.
right,
And I was like, no, let's try to be more of a people person when we move to this new atmosphere, new beginning, new energy. And now look at me. I'm back here on the third pod, Dolo. I'm like, nah, I had it right. I'm fine.
yep, it was. I ain't need y'all niggas.
Nah, I'm sorry. Like I said what I said, but like I made a lot of shit happen in my life. And no, I'm not a fucking superstar rapper, but I've done a lot of big things and I did that shit by myself and not on some like dolo myself. I don't want to say it like that. Like I
mm-hmm.
have a few close friends that help me tremendously and they are amazing people. I don't need to keep reaching to get more and more and more people and I know that.
Yeah, which is crazy as a balance, right? As a balance of being an entertainer because it literally relies on you getting more people.
Yeah.
Like the only way to get more bigger paychecks is to get more people.
That
To
is the
grow
fucking
in any
caveat. Yep.
facet is to get more people. It's like, but now I got to do the people thing. Like I have to people very hard. This is why I like La Russell a lot.
Mm.
La Russell peoples very well. Rapper from out your way. Now
Yeah, yeah.
your way this way now. Um, I don't necessarily like really fuck with his music.
Mm.
Like
I
it's
haven't heard a
okay.
lot of his music. Somebody shout out Tish. I know you listening. But she put me on a Lil Russell just by following her because she's an artist out here too,
Mm-hmm.
originally from the Bronx.
And he's killing the independent.
I heard he's a good dude too. She
A
speaks
good
very highly of him.
mentor level energy that he's presenting in everything that in all of the commercials that he has, right?
Mm-hmm.
So every social media platform, every time that I see him, it's all, I want to show you I'm not gatekeeping the information. I did X, Y, and Z, and you can do this, and you got to make sure this is in order, and don't give up on your dreams. And I was just the ugly nigga from around the way, and now I'm doing what I want to do. Not that we super rich and famous. I don't wear no chains and none of that, but I'm outside. I'm doing what I love, and being able to survive doing so and continuing to grow and thrive. We also making money. He's giving, he gave equity to the fans in one of his when the NFT craze was going.
How does that even work?
Hmm?
How does that even work? Like, how do the fans
They
collect?
get a percentage of the royalties. Like
How do
that's
you
what they
sign up though?
purchase when they purchase the song. It's over now. Like that was a limited
Uh,
thing.
yeah.
So in that window, couple artists did it. Nas was like really forefront leading that charge, but a
Wow.
few artists did it. But it was, the record is like on the blockchain, so now you own a percentage of a royalty. So every time it makes money, you make money, you get a residual check
Mm.
type energy. So the more that you listen to it, the more you get paid. The more you spread it, the more other people listen to it, the more you get paid. You vested in the success of this song. And I'm like, that makes perfect sense. And that's what we've been trying to figure out how to get people to be able to do. Because like,
Right.
you paying streaming services is not doing anything for any artist that you listen to, except for Drake
Yeah.
and Kendrick and Taylor and
Yeah.
Beyonce. Like
Insane
other than that,
numbers.
you can forget it. Like we're not making no money off of that. So try to sell it directly to you. Here, if you buy it from me, that goes direct. I already spent the money to press this up, so now I'm just trying to recoup and da da da. This is what the labels do basically. Except I'm doing it all myself on muscle. They already have the infrastructure already to do it. I'm trying
Yeah.
to navigate and learn how to do it, and you put that $10 in my pocket for me handing you this CD, as opposed to going to the store and buying it for $10, and I will only see $2.75, if that, of that CD sale. Here, if I give you, you put $10 in my hand, and I hand you the CD, that's my $10 for the effort that I put in. You know what I mean?
Right. ROA.
And
I
yeah,
mean ROI.
exactly. Return on investment,
I missed
very important.
it. I mixed it up with a DOA. Dead on arrival with return on investment.
Death of Auditor.
Oh yeah.
That's your man's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't make me turn into Cam up here. Like, yo, I don't know him like that. I saw him at one party and one time outside fucking Letterman. Like, that's it. I don't know that nigga.
So what about that time that y'all went bowling?
That was the
That
party.
like that's the energy. Like that's the energy she was having with him.
I
After
wasn't
he
even,
gave
I was, okay, number one, he wasn't bowling. Beyonce was bowling, and she was a few lanes down. I wasn't bowling with Beyonce. Like, it sounds funny when I say it as a joke. Like, I went bowling with Beyonce, but nah, I wasn't with Beyonce either. All these people might be undercover evil, so I don't know none of them. None of them. None of them niggas my friend.
no new friends, no new friends, oh no new.
Yo, I'm finna be broke forever. I will never be wealthy. What my
Yeah, it's
best?
gonna be hard.
One of my best friends just invited me to her wedding. Where's she going? Oh, she's going to El Salvador in November. I
Mexico.
said I'd love to. I don't really think that's gonna happen, but I don't know why I got so many rich friends. All y'all need to give me some money, like chip in a pot or something.
You know,
I
we
would
got to be
never
the
ask
charity.
my
We're the
friends for money.
artists. We're trying to deliver the art. This is the entertainment for our friend group. Y'all got to support.
This is for us. I'm rapping for us.
It's for us. I'm doing this for us, me.
Nah, they money, and I'm gonna get my money. I know it's coming. God bless, universe, all
No,
that.
that's facts. That's facts.
I'm gonna get mine.
They had, some of my friends have had more of a linear path. Some have had a hyperbolic path. My shit is roller coaster all over the place. We
Facts.
don't know where it's going to end, but it's going to end on a high note, or when it's going to end, but it's going to end on a high note. That's how that's going to go.
Yeah.
So You
Real
know.
talk. You just gotta bet on yourself. Soon as you start having them thoughts of what if this is not it, is it's downhill. And not
Yeah.
necessarily like still like a roller coaster. You could go back up because I've been downhill. I tell everybody I quit rapping for 5 whole ass long years, lived a regular life, living boyfriend, going to college, full-time job, all at the same time. Like just no rapping whatsoever. Just a regular, like basically like a little housewife type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Just crazy for you to put yourself in a housewife bag with the way that you rap.
Yeah, no.
Or the way that you can rap.
Cardi's a
Not to
housewife.
say
What
that
she
you
said on what?
always rap, but like you can rap. Like you couldn't be a housewife.
I mean, but he was a rapper too, and we would battle over him leaving the toilet seat up. It was fun. That was my longest and one of my favorite relationships. Shout out Thomas, wherever you at. I know you're listening.
That's what's up. Shout out to
Yeah.
you.
Mm. So how
Mine
about
was
you? Though you asked me about what I learned last year. What about you? You made a big move and you just made a year.
yeah.
What's the
Um
difference? I wanna know the biggest difference between L-Kwon right now in Arizona between and L-Kwon back home.
um hmm. The biggest difference is probably the level of hope that I possess.
Is it more or less?
More.
Good.
Significantly.
Good.
Um and not so much inward hope, hope for like people,
Humanity?
E- not humanity on the whole. That's the problem. Like that's
Okay,
what I
because
mean.
I
So
have
like
way less hope in humanity. I was gonna
for
be like,
my communities, like my specific communities, I have
yeah.
hope for. Um, learn to deal with. I kind of figured out where my mentality is as far as people relationships.
Mhm. Please
And I've
fill
come
me
to
in.
accept that it's gonna be unorthodox and that there are going to be plenty of people who don't go for it and aren't about it and whatever, just on their like ignorance of what I'm saying and describing.
Mm.
Um, and I don't mean that like willful ignorance, like they just don't know. Like it's hard to explain it to somebody who knows monogamy as the only social construct. Love who you love. Love doesn't have to be romantic. Love everybody. Love no one if you choose to love no one aside from yourself.
Hmm.
Um, but love. So like just love, and it goes out and it will come back, and you can bank on that. Like you
Hmm.
might not get it when you want it, but you'll get it when you need it.
Yeah.
And
And it's not always from who you want it from either.
correct.
So
So you
pay
got to be able to
attention.
accept it. Exactly. You got to be open to love, not
Hmm.
the love that I want. Like be able to be loved because it comes in different forms. It comes from different messengers. It's just like you have to be open to receive it. Otherwise, you're gonna fuck yourself.
That's facts. And sometimes you falling in love with something also counts.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I found new things I loved, like when I started getting into tarot and stuff like that. And that shit brings peace.
Tranquility is lovely. I need to get some skates. I need to get back in a roller rink
Oh my
because
God, yeah, you be killing it.
I'm alright. I'm chilling,
Yeah.
But it's fun. Yeah, that was like when I can't be on the mountain snowboarding, which I haven't in mad long.
That's the
Um,
whitest shit you ever said to me in your life. Oh, I didn't know you snowboard, nigga. What?
yeah, ski, snowboard, all that shit. Do
Okay.
archery, fencing.
Wow. Oh my God, daughter did fencing for a while. That's cool.
Fencing's dope. Um,
Yeah.
but that's about the extent of my extreme white sports. But snowboarding is definitely different Cause being up on the mountain, like first run of the day, it's just you in air, and you can see your breath, and it's like you're warm because you're layered, but you're out here in just nature and snow quiet.
Yeah, I don't like that.
There's
I don't like none of what you just said. Not the fucking steaming, burning breaths you gotta take while you just trying to exist. I don't like none of that, nah. But I respect you and your interests.
it's peaceful,
Just don't
like
invite me to that
literally
one.
at one with the earth on a snowboard at the top of the mountain, just breathing.
Mm-mm. I mean, oh. I was in Colorado. Shit was so cold that it hurt to take breaths in. That's why I said that example, because I know exactly what you talk
Mhm.
about and I don't like it. Like, it is
It's like
unhealthy
hot.
to breathe once it's a certain temperature.
It's altitude as well.
Yeah, and the altitude as well,
Yeah.
exactly. And then I went back into my car, and you know how it has the little like it tells you how many degrees it is out. That shit says 0. I'm like, it's not allowed to be no degrees. Like it has to be a certain number of degrees. It can't be 0 nothing degrees. Like what
Can't
the
be
fuck?
0 degrees.
That shit
So,
was it made no sense. I don't want to go to Colorado ever again.
well, listen, 120 is nothing that should be humanly consumed
Oh,
either.
that's Arizona shit, right?
Yeah, fucking Tucson, like nutty. That last year we had like 10 days straight of 120-degree weather. The
I had a
fuck?
layover there once and it ended up being 2 nights. Like so I was there a full day too,
Oh, that's
and it
cool.
was like 102 degrees
Where was
there.
you going? That you had to stay
I
for a day and a half before another flight left.
um I don't know why it ended up being 2 days. But I was coming from Salt Lake City, Utah back to Jersey. Because it was where I was
Interesting.
dating an ex out there one.
He was cheap.
Cheap?
He said he was cheap. 2 hour, 2 day layover.
No, it wasn't supposed to be that. I had a
Oh,
non-stop. Yeah.
okay.
But then it was some sort of storm. So they were like, we're gonna
Okay.
fly
Oh, so
to
that's why.
Arizona.
Got you.
Yeah.
That was the answer. That's
But it was nice weather in Arizona. Maybe it was still a storm in Jersey because I don't remember exactly, but yeah, that makes
on the
sense.
path. Anywhere on the
Yeah.
path. Now we gotta fly up and around. You can't just fly into a thunderstorm.
Yeah. It
You
was
ain't never
cool.
seen a
They
movie
paid for the
before, like any
hotel.
movie.
Yeah, it was good though. Because I never been to Arizona, so I was like, ooh, I get to travel some more.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, I was
And
happy.
you was in Tucson. Or you was in Phoenix.
Um, Phoenix.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Hub city, but that's why it was surprising, and I didn't even think about the storm thing. But like Phoenix had Sky Harbor has so many flights going in and out all the time. It's like where would you what you was going to like Cameroon or some shit like
No. It was Phoenix for sure. I was trying to remember the name of the hotel because the first night I stayed at some like historic hotel on a strip. And I chose it because they give you a list of hotels to choose from. And I was like, oh, that one sounds fancy. That shit was trash. That shit was
but
really historic inside. Like I saw the plumbing through the wall. I was like, oh, that's not what I thought y'all meant.
unupdated.
Yeah, it was bad. So then the next night, I was like, I want to go to a different hotel, and they put me in like a regular ass like Ramada, and this shit was nice. I had like a whole ass apartment. I was like, this, I should have stayed here both nights.
There is nothing that will make you appreciate a nice hotel room like a night in a shitty hotel room.
Facts. And I went from one to the next right in the same day. I was like,
Like, oh God, the difference is just like it's really like you can breathe when you open
yeah.
the door.
That and
It's
when I say
crazy.
nice, I mean nice, nice. Like I mean like it was a big ass room with a whole like living room, a little kitchen setup, a king size bed, and then this huge like office desk in the middle where the TV popped out like I was hyped for free. I love free.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah,
Who doesn't
everything's
love
better.
free? Mm, mm, mm. I don't have a whole lot. Hold on, let me see. Let me check these notes. I know I got some notes. I just don't know what's in the notes.
Yeah. I know you also mentioned about like when you were talking about the insurance,
Mm-hmm.
I got distracted because then you mentioned the what was it? Oh, make sure your heart is okay. So then I started thinking about my grandfather and shit. But you also mentioned about how like if people would just like take care of what they need to take care of and put money aside. And when you said put money aside, that's actually gonna be my next YouTube video that I do, I think.
Okay.
It's just gonna be like I'm not no fucking Jeff Bezos like to be giving financial advice, but it's definitely easier to save than people think. You could save a
Definitely.
little bit. I thought when I moved to LA, I wasn't going to be able to save anything. I wasn't going to be able to take any more trips because I do like to travel. My best friend lives in Atlanta. That's my second home. My other best friend lives in Chicago. I got to visit her next, by the way. And then now my family's all the way in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
so luckily I was still able to save, and now I have some tricks and tips I could share with people.
That's what's up.
Mm.
Offering value.
I'm
Offering
trying.
value on the internet.
And in real life.
Offering value in interaction.
Yeah.
It's lovely. I don't have too much to offer y'all. The glass is half empty. If you bring it to me, I'm gonna kick that bitch over and tell you to drink it off the floor. Like I
Oh
don't.
my God. That's so mean. Who are you, Diddy? Jesus, that was horrible.
Nah, I've toyed with the because I'm less angry a year in too.
Oh, I like that.
It's a big deal. I'm less angry. I'm not saying I'm not angry. Still angry, like,
Just a little less.
but I'm less angry. I've accepted
I'm way less angry.
the
Hands
serenity.
down.
I actually say the serenity prayer out loud several times a week now.
Which one is that one?
God grant me the
Oh, okay.
was it might not be called the serenity prayer. Maybe something
I
else.
think I
Grant
know
me
the
the
way you talk
wisdom,
about the
strength to change the things that I can. The
to ignore the things that I can't.
yeah, the to accept, not ignore.
Oops.
Why you?
Yo, y'all say delusional. I say deliberate. I said what I said.
Grant me the strength to change the things that I can, the serenity to accept the things that I cannot, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
say that
true.
several times a week because I have to remind my coworker. Shout out to Benny. I know you listening. Um,
Shout out Benny the Butcher.
Benny the pizza man.
Butchering them pizzas.
But also shout out to Benny the butcher too. Um, yeah, no, keep him. He's a person who kind of stresses out about things that are out of his control. It's like, yo, bro, you can't control it. Let it go.
Yeah. That's
Let it go.
easier said than done, though.
Oh, 100%. Like
That
I'm not.
prayer exists for a reason. I know, I know, I know.
And that's why you have like that's why I approach it the way that I approach it because like
Mhm.
no, I have to say it to you so it feels easy. It's like using your white voice on the phone. You got to like you don't. I shouldn't need to tell you this. Like it's easy, bro. You got it.
Yeah.
But here it is for you, just so you know. Can't control it. Just relax.
Yeah. I mean, but
Which
also feel your feelings, people, because
also feel
I
your
did the
feelings.
opposite my whole life. Like, I'm just very, like, put it to the side, get some work done. Like, I very much.
Preaching.
Yeah, I very much would just dive into work. I've spoken about this in the past too, but like I always found a way to pacify things is by just working because when I have something tangible to show, like, oh, I did this album, I recorded this video, I drew this painting or whatever the fucking tangible item is, I feel like it's a symbol of my time spent. And in other interactions that I had, which like we mentioned, like not kind of focusing on relationships and stuff like that, I think that was part of it too, because it kind of felt like this is gonna sound so bad, but it sounded like a waste of time. Like what did we do? What did we accomplish? Like whoever I'm
Mm-hmm.
with. So like I always like to do something. But now I relax way more. Like I'm so different. Like If you this is what I said it in a rap, I think it was one of my little raps that I put on Instagram, but I said like if you knew me before I started drinking adios motherfuckers, you don't know me at all. Cause I changed when I came out here and I switched up on y'all niggas. Like I really did.
AMFs,
But in a good
baby.
way. In a good positive way.
Okay, if you say so. No, I'm joking. Um, yeah,
So what we got for the people.
I don't got. Yeah, I don't got nothing else. I'm not dignifying you two, and you two know who I'm talking to with the
Whoa.
stupid ass questions that you put in my inbox for me to ask on the podcast. Um,
Now
love
I
y'all to
really want
death.
to know. You
Y'all
should have
not
told
getting
me
the real
before.
shout out now. Mm, that's what you get. You almost had one. Nah, I love y'all to death. No, it was like one of them was like, hold on. As a matter of fact, we can do it. It's quick.
Hey, I was
I'll do it
hoping.
quick.
You
Yeah.
can't just be teasing us like that.
Listen, I learned from the best. When you do that, you say, and then we're gonna talk about it on Patreon.
We need to get a Patreon first. Step one, we actually like just while you look for that, I'm gonna talk to the people because we actually are working on finding a different way to stream our podcast live. So you guys can actually tune in while it's happening in real time. And once we get that going, then we'll also be able to incorporate a way for you guys to ask us questions live while we do the pod. And then after the fact, then upload it onto YouTube and Spotify as per usual. But we're working on that. I don't know if it's gonna be next week, but it might be the week after. Um, hopefully. So I want to say roughly 2 to 3 weeks from now, 2 to 3 pods from now.
That sounds right. I would agree with that. There we go. Live content. Bring me to the page. I hate that Instagram continues to change its navigation of how you can get to specific things and what things are able to be accessed and what are not.
Yeah, they playing with us. I
Like
got
just so many games.
I'm signed into like 5 different Instagram accounts on my phone and they
Mhm.
all have a different fucking like interface. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's so ridiculous.
I go to
Ugh.
make a story, the buttons are in a whole different place. I have like limited access to certain buttons on one and it's like, what?
1000%. I was in, see, and that's what it was. I was in dashboard, not archive. We're doing the most. Instagram. Here we.
Come on, everybody on YouTube, try to see his DMs. Look, just
um, the first one is. I mean, I guess this is a valid question. I know you to not be a white woman, so I think I know the answer.
Not everybody feel that way when I said the N word at the Red Man challenge. Yeah, who the fuck this white lady saying nigga? All right, sir.
I'm from right around the way. Don't play with me.
Yeah.
Puerto Ricans. So,
I do not look white. I am extremely light skinned, but I do not look white. I have very
yeah.
ethnic features. So like it was like, wait, what? Like you okay.
See, they meant white. Literally, they just meant pale. That's all they meant.
Yeah.
They said, "Who the
I
fuck is this pale ass?"
I gotta take that one. I gotta take that and sit with it because it is what it is.
White Mamba with several twos asks, "Do you wash your legs in the shower or just let the runoff get it?"
Oh,
The
so
answer to me is I scrub my entire body.
I heard that black people do is white people that don't wash their legs. That's why they said that. Or you said
Precisely.
that.
He said that. I just
The
said
white
that.
lady
Like that's
part?
why I said that. That's why I said I know I don't perceive you to be a white lady.
Yeah, because I heard that.
Yeah,
But
that's who it was. It was a big epidemic of like.
but I don't do it to clean my legs though, because I actually just recently saw a video about this, and they
Wait, hold on. So, so you wash your legs,
yeah,
right? But not to wash your leg, not for the purpose of washing your legs.
correct.
Okay, Now I'm locked in now. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm listening.
My legs don't look dirty. I don't think, oh, I need to clean my legs. So the real reason why I scrub my legs is to exfoliate for my skin.
Right. That's
It's
part of that's part of the whole purpose of scrubbing. Like you
well, but that
if
my intent
anybody's
is
never
not get cleaner, it's get smoother. Be soft. Like that's why. But the video I saw actually ran like a scientific test to
Mhm.
see they put like mud all over the legs and one person scrubbed their legs, the other person let the water run, only did their upper body, and the legs were cleaner on the person who did not wash their legs.
Nope.
That's what science said.
Nah.
Science said it.
Science was done by a bunch of white people, right? Wasn't it? I bet you there was not
I
near
think he
black
was
person in
white.
that video that you watched.
I think he was white. Like they did science.
Science sees no color. Nah, fuck all that. Y'all some white folks. Um,
Do you wash your chicken?
yes,
That I don't.
I do.
Do I? No, I don't. I don't wash my chicken.
You
I
don't
mean,
give
but I
a
only eat skinless chicken breast. I
boneless,
don't eat
skinless
like.
chicken. Oh, so then you don't. Yeah, there's no need to because the reason why you're washing is because everything that's on the surface.
But they say that once you cook it, it's gonna die because science.
It is.
Like all the
That's what.
bacteria is gonna
Yeah,
die.
100%. You absolutely right. Perfectly fine.
Science.
It
White
could
people
just
got it
not
right
be. I
across the
don't need to
board.
consume it. I don't need to consume it. Like it's dead. It's just laying on the chicken. Now it's in the chicken. It's cooked in the chicken. No, we can get it off the chicken, so we ain't got to worry about it. So I'm not eating dead, the equivalent of bacterial dead crickets and worms and shit.
I barely even make chicken though because I get so scared that I'm gonna get salmonella. Like I'm really like
Are you not a cook?
I cook now.
What do you cook?
That's another thing that's changed since I moved to LA. I know how to cook now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you cook?
Future husband, if you listening, got it all, baby.
Is a Chef Boyardee plate?
Nope.
What he
From
got going on?
scratch.
What
Well,
he
I
got
make
going on?
different things, but most of the stuff I do make is like pasta. Like I love doing my baked ziti. That's my favorite thing. Oh, my baked mac and cheese is something I've always made because my family asks for it every Thanksgiving. Like I'm the mac and cheese maker.
Mhm.
Um Recently I've been doing some like Asian foods like orange chicken and stuff. I put a lot of vegetables in everything though, because really it's just all a ploy to make myself eat a lot more vegetables. I drink a lot of smoothies and stuff like that, just
I
as
mean,
many
that's a
vegetables.
good thing. That's a good
Yeah.
goal. Good yeah. Habit. Healthy. You know, us unhealthy degenerates. Like
I've
it's
always
hard for
been
us
good
to
at
talk about
breakfast.
these. At what?
Breakfast. Any
See, I
kind of
mean,
eggs, pancakes, French toast, whatever.
okay, French toast. I give it the French toast. I don't really do breakfast like that. I just can't get up and get right to eating.
Mhm.
It
I
don't really
used
work.
to not ever eat breakfast, but now I eat in LA. That's another new. I'm a new person, bro. Everything different. Like whatever we talk about, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I do this now. But yeah, I eat breakfast every single day now. I get up at 5:30 a.m. and I eat breakfast every single day. When I was on the East, I would not get up before. I mean, unless I was working in the store. When I was working in the store, I worked at 8, so I would have to get up at like
Right to get
7.
to
But
get there and shit. But
right, but no breakfast. Just go
just
pray
up
I make
up.
it on time.
That's East Coast energy. Now we just gotta get to the shit. Let's get to it.
Yeah. And then be miserable the whole day there.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
that's
No, I'm
a
way
whole
happier
fact.
now.
Very upset the entire time until you eat something. Like, yo, why you so mad, bro? I just, I'm just going through. I'm trying to get done.
Yeah.
Yo, eat something. The
I'm
Snickers
way
shit.
too relaxed now. Like I
The
can't even imagine going
Snickers.
back to that life.
Whoever did the marketing for Snickers, that ad promotion of you're hungry, grab a Snickers. You're
Yeah.
not yourself when you're hungry. Fire.
Yeah, agreed.
Absolute fire.
Especially when they started doing the celebrity cameos and turning
Hmm.
into different. That shit was so good.
Very good. Salute to you. I know you listening.
Yeah.
Um,
You said you had 2 questions
there
though,
was
right?
two questions. The second question was from We Are Vision of Hope, and I'm putting your name on it because It's out of character for you. I know it's not out of character for you, but the world doesn't know it's out of character for you.
I'm
And it
finna
goes
get
as
offended.
follows.
Go ahead. I'm ready to be mad. Go ahead. Cause
This
I
is
know
to
that
me.
name.
Mind you, this is a question that was posted directly to me because I asked for people to ask me questions to put on the podcast.
All right, so I'm gonna be mad at you for asking for the
His
question.
response says, "You're ugly. DAPHYA makes the pod way more attractive. LOL."
That is not where I thought that was going, and you are
Not at
not
all.
ugly. Let me say that from the female. That's
Uh,
a man, ain't it?
it's my brother. It's my
that's
brother being an
that's the one that was
asshole.
with you talking, like yeah, because I
Yeah,
remember the name and everything.
yeah.
But
He
thank
says
you anyway.
we've had that running joke for forever. Oh, let me not step on your compliment. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
We've the running joke. Like he believes is a running joke. I'm just telling the truth when I let him know that I look
Right.
much insignificantly better than him.
Mm,
But he thinks like we like joking back and forth, like it's banter. He's like, "Oh no,
right.
you're ugly," and I'd be like, "Nah, bro, I look way better than you." So like
Yeah.
that's just
Nah,
the
if
reality
you
of
were
things.
ugly, you wouldn't be here right now.
Please and thank you.
Cause
And look
I'm
who's
I'm
not
mad.
here.
I'm mad Harvey Weinstein with it on the female aspect, and I wouldn't have even gave you the option. I'm just playing. See how I could get canceled immediately? This is why I
We're
don't even
very
want to
good at
be
this.
famous. I'm kidding. Even
I
though
think the
I
world should
probably
stop
have
being so
done some.
fucking soft.
I think I have done some like slightly Me Too ish shit in my past though, like towards men, like a long time ago. Like looking back, I'm like, that was a little forward of me.
You
That's
know, just I didn't mean to grab. I meant to grab his thigh. I meant to
yeah.
grab
I
his
was
thigh.
thinking I didn't mean to say that way, and you grabbing over here, man. But yeah, I definitely overstepped some boundaries, possibly. I don't know. Nobody ever said no. I'm just saying. But oh, and I
Uh,
don't have a power dynamic either. I definitely don't have a power. I'm not rich and famous, so I think I'm all right. I think I'm cool.
babe, you know, for now.
Yeah, for now, exactly. Exactly. Once I get some money, I'm not flirting with none of you niggas. I'm just gonna flirt with my money and that's it.
You'd be like, "Oh, she's the worst." That's exactly that's how it goes, and there's no middle ground for anybody. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, no, I love me, I love my money, and I'm just gonna continue to enjoy life. Right
Yo,
now, you a
low
dickhead
key,
for that.
that's kind of how I've been the last few months. So like the last half of my LA, because I don't like nobody. I tried. I dated
Right?
for a couple months this year. February and March, I did a lot of dating, but I didn't find what I was looking for. So then I was just like, let me get back to work. And here I am.
I'm just going,
I slipped back into that habit. I did. I admit it, but I ain't mad about it
my
because look at
money.
us. Episode 6, which I did not say at the beginning of the pod, but
Oh, we
episode
didn't.
6,
Well, that's because we
season
avoided it
6.
because we said it 7,000 times
Yeah,
on the last
wrong.
episode.
Yo, everybody who watched the last pod is like, yo, she never edits her shit. Why is she? I just saw that shit skip. It's because I kept saying it was episode 4 when it was episode 5 because I be underestimating ourselves when really we mad fucking productive and
And we
consistent.
moving.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all who are watching. Shout out to y'all who are listening.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger shout out to those of y'all who are commenting,
Mm-hmm.
and interacting via the social media currency of your
Facts.
choice. Thank you for doing so. We appreciate it. But the biggest acknowledgement and thank you for me is the folks who come up and actually speak to me about it in person, but don't want to say just to present a problem. Like I enjoy it actually because I like the critique. I've said this before. Don't compliment me if you haven't critiqued me yet.
Mm.
So the folks who have brought it to my attention and like, oh, this was the thing. Oh, you could have did this. Oh, I saw when you said such and such and such and such. I don't believe you. I want to fight with you, you know, and then
I
want a
want to fight
pod.
with you.
And then want a pod, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm cool with that. I think that's really great. But then I think it's great because they start with the clips and then they come and have that conversation with me. So like the highlight joints that we've done. And then they come and have that conversation with me. And I'm like, well, I'm not actually going to go back and forth with you because I already did
Yeah.
this. I
Right.
already
You
did
had the
this. I already
conversation.
had this conversation. And if you go listen to you can go listen to it. It's
Hmm.
accessible to you. You can go watch it or listen. Your choice. And then they do, and then we have discussion, and then we created some people. So that's what, some growth. Some
No.
growth.
Absolutely. There definitely has been growth to, be exact, about four times as much. Like the first pod we posted, I looked at the numbers after the whole week before posting the next week's episode. And now we're doing four times the number by the time I post the next episode. And they're not huge numbers, and I'm not gonna get into specifics, but that's the percentages and the ratios I'm looking at, and that's growth, and I'll take it. I will
Every
absolutely
time.
take it.
Every day of the week.
Yep, baby steps. Every little bit counts. Every listener counts. All of you are important to us.
Yes. Which is why I couldn't not say y'all names. Yeah, so love y'all to death.
Yeah, and like L-Kwon mentioned, we do want to see you in the comments because we do want to continue these conversations with you and have that interaction with you.
Facts. And in the meantime, while we can't, until we figure, not while we can't, until we figure out how to get y'all in here to be interacting with us live,
Hmm.
this is the easiest way is to get right in the comments. We jumping back and forth. We, playing double dutch. DAPHYA is much more on it, and y'all are much more on her side, at least on Instagram. Uh, um, but that's cool because I'm being introduced to her community, and likewise on my side. So it's all wonderful. Anybody who takes me too seriously, suck my dick.
Facts.
It's all jokes.
Ditto. I second that motion. Go ahead. I just want to get in on that part.
and everybody who's loving it, keep loving it. Love y'all. I don't got nothing else on here on the docket.
All right, me neither. Just give them your socials. I'll give them mine, and we'll call it a day.
One, two. Oh no, not that one. Mr. Know That on Instagram, L-Kwon _ know that. KNWTHT is how you spell know that if you did not know that already. On X, formerly known as Twitter. If you Google L-Kwon, you can find me. SoundCloud, YouTube, and things. And merch on the way. It will be done before the season is over. So if y'all are listening at this point, before it's all said and done, I'll be wearing my own shirts since y'all don't want to provide for me.
Yeah. Wow, you just reminded me to plug something too about merch. So yeah, and y'all know me, the host of the third pod is my name is my name is crazy. My name is
My
DAPHYA.
name is what?
And you can find me at DAPHYA every single place. DAPHYA is DAPHYA.com. And L-Kwon just reminded me to mention here that I am relaunching my hashtag Good Men Exist merch this summer in June. And I already have a couple designs. I posted a snippet sample of one of them on my Instagram channel. Feel free to join my channel directly through my Instagram. I give exclusive like behind the scenes there sometimes. Sometimes I just post random funny jokes and sometimes I give snippets of unreleased music and stuff like that. But that merch is coming back and it's inspired by a topic that L-Kwon actually made me privy to, which was that viral question about would you rather be stuck in the woods with a bear or a man? And overwhelmingly women answered a bear,
A bear.
including
Which
myself.
which means that y'all are very deliberate.
Mm. It
Uh
just means that women are afraid. This is a nasty time
yes.
with all the shit going on with Diddy, just proving like not let me not just say Diddy. Diddy is just in the spotlight right now, but this
Scapegoat.
whole industry and everything coming to light within the past few years is just it's the bar is very low right now and it's not fair because good men do exist and I don't want all women to lose hope. I don't want all women to be jaded. And I don't want men to think that all women are jaded. And I want men to be able to wear the shirts with pride as well to show like, yo, we out here. Good men do exist. And I want women to wear the shirt with pride to know, to let everybody know that they do believe in the goodness of men out there. Not all men are evil. And the logo is inspired by that. So it is gonna have a bear on it, just to kind of have that comparison to it.
I'm
But
glad you said it because I was gonna ask you. Like, so why is it a bear?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that makes
all
sense.
bear themed. Big scary grizzly bear and teddy bear themed.
Yeah,
Both.
that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm here
Hmm.
for it. Y'all will see me in a shirt when the shirts are done. Of course, you know that. Um, yeah.
Me too. Because I have to hold on. Like I've always felt that way. I know there are a lot of bad men out there. There are a lot of bad people out there. There are also bad
Yes.
women out there. But you have to remember good men exist. And if you don't, you got anything else you want to say, or should I close it out?
Go ahead.
All right.
We good.
So
I'm straight. No, I was
I'm
like,
just
yeah.
gonna thank everybody for listening to episode 6 of season 6 of the third podcast, also known as episode 76. And remember, I am the voice you can trust. Onesies.
Bring the music.
Dun, dun, dun.